Hello and welcome. Today we're going to talk about an organization that has university right in its name. But, well, let's just say it's not the kind of university you're probably thinking of. It's called the University of the Third Age, or U3A for short. And it's a pretty fascinating idea. Just imagine this for a second. What if you could go to university, where all the pressure was just gone? No cramming for exams, no worrying about grades, no degrees to chase. What if it was all just for the pure, simple joy of learning something new with people who were just as curious as you are? That's the idea we're diving into now. To really get what U3A is all about, you first have to understand who it's for. It's designed for folks in their third age. And no, that's not a specific number. Think of it like this. The first age is our childhood and education. The second age is our working life, career, raising a family. The third age, that's this incredible time of active retirement, a time to explore and grow on your own terms. Okay, so a university without exams? How does that even work? Let's get into the nitty-gritty, because this is where the whole concept really flips the script on traditional education. At its heart, U3A is all about promoting healthy aging through learning and activities. But here's the secret sauce. It's all provided by its own members. This isn't about professors lecturing you. It's about people sharing what they know, what they love, their skills, their passions, their life experiences with each other. U3A was kicked off in France way back in '73. And back then, it was still tied to actual universities. But the real game changer happened in the UK in 1981. They came up with something called the Cambridge Model, which shifted everything to a self-help, member-led approach. That was the model that really took off, the one Australia adopted, and it's why it's so vibrant today. And this quote from one of the co-founders, Dr. Peter Laws, just nails the philosophy perfectly. Those who teach shall also learn, and those who learn shall also teach. It means the lines are totally blurred. The person teaching you guitar this week might be sitting next to you in a history class next week, learning right alongside you. It's a true community of equals, and that whole peer-to-peer spirit really feeds into the core mission of U3A. Because, as you'll see, it's about so much more than just the classes. Really, the goals of U3A are two sides of the same coin. On one side, you've got all the great stuff for keeping your mind and body active. But on the other, and this is just as important, it's about creating a social space. It's about learning without pressure and tapping into that incredible wealth of knowledge that the members themselves bring to the table. And if you want to boil it all down, this is it. The motto for the U3A Southern Gold Coast branch just says it all. Two words: learning and friendship. It's not just about what you're learning, it's about who you're learning it with. The two things go hand in hand. So what's the big deal? Why does this matter so much? Well, it's not just about having a hobby. There is a very real, very powerful connection between this kind of learning and your actual health, mind, body, and soul. Right. Let's start with the brain. We now know that challenging your mind, really pushing it to learn something new and complex, like a language or thinking strategically in a card game, it's literally a workout for your brain. It helps keep your mind sharp and can even help fight off age-related memory loss. And you can see this directly in the kinds of classes on offer. I mean, think about it, the mental gymnastics of learning Spanish verbs, the deep thinking in a history discussion, or the focus it takes to write your family's story. These are not just pastimes. They're active ways to invest in your brain health. Of course, it's not all in your head. Physical health is absolutely critical. We all know that moving our bodies is key to healthy aging. It improves strength, balance, all that good stuff. But here's something amazing. Research now shows that these kinds of activities can also seriously reduce the risk of dementia. And there are so many fun ways to do it. You can literally join a class called Dance Like Nobody Is Watching, find your center with the gentle movements of Qigong, or get out and about with a walk and discover group. It's all about making movement a joy, not a chore. And then there's our inner health, right? Our spirit. The act of making music, whether you're singing in a choir or just learning a few chords on a guitar, has these profound effects. It's a fantastic stress buster. It can boost your memory, and some studies have even shown it can give your immune system a little kick. So, whether you're finding your voice in the singing cooperative, finally tackling that ukulele you've had for years, or finding a bit of common meditation and motion, these classes are really there to feed your soul. So, we've covered the why, which is huge. Now let's get to the fun part, the what. The sheer variety of classes is just amazing. It really feels like if you have a passion for something, there's a place for you to explore it. For so many people, this time of life is the perfect opportunity to finally tap into that creative side. You know, the one that got put on the back burner during a busy career. It's a chance to finally pick up that paintbrush or start writing. And just look at the options. You can get into art and calligraphy, join a craft group where the chatter is half the fun, create a lasting legacy by writing your family story, or even bring a play to life with a reading group. It's all about expressing yourself in a place where you feel totally supported. And then for anyone who just loves a good mental workout, who enjoys a lively debate or loves getting to grips with the complex new idea, there's a whole other world of classes waiting in. The intellectual side is just as varied. You can literally ponder life, the universe, and everything in a class called Existence, the Big Questions. You can break down the day's news and current events, learn a new language like French, or even get practical and finally figure out how to master spreadsheets. There's something to stretch every single part of your brain. So, as we start to bring this all together, let's just come back to that simple, powerful idea that's at the very heart of the University of the Third Age. This is what you've got to remember. Forget all this stress and pressure that sometimes comes with school. Here, the only thing you need to bring is your own curiosity. It's an entire community built on the simple joy of discovering something new and sharing that excitement with other people. In the end, U3A is just this powerful reminder that the third age isn't about slowing down. It's a new chapter, a time for active discovery. And it leaves us with the question that really every single one of us should ask ourselves, no matter how old we are. What will you learn next?